Technicians typically diagnose cars on a regular basis, and they do it really well, very frequently, very quickly. But occasionally we get the odd car that takes them multiple hours, if not days. And it's these problematic jobs that we wanted to tackle. So advanced diagnostic techniques looks at these problem jobs and why a technician does well and sometimes why they don't do well. We take all the reasons why they did well, put them together and create this 6-step diagnostic process which will help them to make sure they perform best practice measures every time they try and fix a car. The 6 steps start off with ensuring that the technician gets all the essential information from the customer that they're actually complaining about that makes them believe they've got a fault. We then get them to analyse this evidence, which ultimately reduces the diagnostic time right down because they'll produce a plan of what it is they're going to diagnose. Next, we then take them into the workshop and give them tips on how to locate the faults. And this is typically either specialist techniques that we can provide or using specialist equipment like the ultrasonic leak detector that we have that a lot of technicians aren't aware of. It then moves on to a very important step, which is all about eliminating the actual cause of the fault, because quite often we find the fault, repair it, but it can come back unless we find that cause. The final 2 steps are basically to repair the fault and finally to retest the vehicle to make sure that everything is back to normal and the car is functioning properly. When we designed the course, we were very mindful of the fact that the technician's taken an awful lot of information on board, and unless they apply this immediately back in the workplace, they're going to forget it. So in order to encourage them to apply it straight away, we tasked them with applying this on 3 customer jobs in the next 2 to 3 months, which should be easily achievable. But we don't just leave them alone to manage this on their own accord. We give them some support mechanisms to take away with them in the form of a Be Alert toolkit. This toolkit is there to remind them of the 6 steps without having to go through the entire booklet, and also provides them with tips and short videos on exactly what to do and exactly what was said on the course. Once we see the 3 pieces of evidence coming back, it's at this point that we sign off the technician to say that they've successfully passed the course. But also it's at this point that the service manager should be able to see a tangible bit of evidence on return of investment that they've got back from sending the technician on the course.